Today, I am really excited to finally be unboxing the brand new Samsung Galaxy S22 in Phantom Black. As always, I will leave all the purchase links down in the description. So the new S22 was released alongside the new S22 Plus, as well as the S22 Ultra. I chose the S22 as, for me, on paper, this phone really ticks all the right boxes in terms of size, features, as well as the price. And I really can't wait to thoroughly test the S22 as well as with all of its new features. So be sure to subscribe for my full review coming very soon. So here we go, guys. Here it is, the S22 in Phantom Black, already looking really great. Let's go ahead and lift this out of the box here with this little pull tab. And here it is. Wow, so it is still very cool to the touch, as you can see from my fingerprints. This was literally delivered just minutes ago, and I am really excited to get into this. As you guys know, on my channel, I typically cover more Apple-related content, but I'm really excited to dive into the best of the best from the Android side, as this really is a new experience for me, and I cannot wait to see what this phone has to offer. So let's go ahead and move on to the best part, and that is, of course, peeling off all the plastic. There's the back and the front. Here we go, guys. This looks incredible. First impressions of this really matte black dark color. This is no space gray. This is straight up black, and I love this matte finish. You can even hear that texture. And this looks really fantastic. Going around the camera module, the sides, we get this chrome finish on the side here. Ooh, looks like there's some plastic there too. Now, in terms of the design, the S22 does not feature a massive redesign compared to the S21, and instead makes incremental upgrades to some really important areas. So the design itself is actually a little bit more sharp compared to the S21, and as someone who normally uses an iPhone 13, this is something that I definitely welcome. I was really glad to see that this time on the back, we do get a glass back compared to the previous S21, which did feature a plastic back. Honestly, for a phone of this price range and this class, I really expected better. So I'm glad to see that Samsung has went back to using those high quality build materials on what is still their flagship line of phone. And then on the front, we get a 6.1-inch OLED display. Now, as you probably know, Samsung makes the best of the best when it comes to these displays. And let's go ahead and boot up the phone here, press and hold the side button, and there it is, Samsung Galaxy. Interestingly enough, this display now also has a variable refresh rate. So instead of having to choose between 60 or 120 Hertz, it will vary from 48 to 120 Hertz. And this is to improve battery. So essentially give you the best of both, having that smooth refresh rate when it's needed for scrolling, but then lowering the refresh rate when you're on a static image to preserve your battery. Now, before we take a closer look at the S22, let's see what else is included in the box. So much like with most smartphones these days, we get a very thin box, which means no charger included, but let's see what we have. So here we have the little Samsung booklet, and it looks like everything is contained in here. Here we have your SIM ejector tool. It kind of has an interesting shape to it compared to what you normally see. There it is. And let's open this up and see what's inside. I am really excited to start testing this phone, not just to see how it performs on its own, but also how it compares to the iOS side of things. And I'm definitely going to be doing some comparison videos, so be sure to subscribe to not miss out on those videos as well, coming very soon. And then inside we have your quick start guide, actually surprisingly thick. It's probably different languages. And then we have your warranty information, also in different languages, and that appears to be it. And then finally, of course, we have your USB-C to USB-C cable. It is, of course, great to see USB-C featured on this phone, as that is just such a versatile connector. I really wish Apple would switch from Lightning to USB-C. That would just streamline my entire setup. But regardless, we do have it on the S22. And then here it is. Wow, this display already looks amazing. The first thing that stands out to me is just those really razor thin symmetrical bezels going all the way around the display. And what this allows for is to have the smallest possible body size for a display of this size. So this is a 6.1-inch display, which is still relatively big, but in the hand, the phone feels quite small. And this again is largely thanks to those incredibly thin bezels around the display. And then looking at the back of the phone, here again, we see that beautiful phantom black color. This just looks stunning. It is so great to see an actual super dark black color on the phone. See, it completely fades away in the dark and then really shines in the light. It looks fantastic. I will say though, it definitely collects some fingerprints difference. You guys can already see it here on the back. So I did buy also Samsung's leather as well as their silicone case, both of which I will be reviewing and testing on the channel as well. Compared to last year's S21, it features largely the same design. So we get the same front camera placement, which I think is a fantastic way to implement the front camera. It is minimally obtrusive in your content, but then of course still allows for a high quality camera to be integrated. We also get the same button layout looking at the sides of the phone, and it is still IP68 waterproof, which means you can more than comfortably use the phone in the rain and even take it swimming if you are daring enough. And then in terms of these specifications, we get the latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip. We also get 8 gigabytes of RAM, and then in storage we get 128 or 256 gigabytes. Of course, this is not expandable, but 128 is still a very good place to start. And then on the back here, we have that triple lens camera system featuring a 50 megapixel main camera, an ultra wide lens, as well as a 3x telephoto lens. All of these specifications are really impressive, and I cannot wait to test this out. But one area that did stand out to me is the battery. Now, the S22 does feature a 3700 milliamp hour battery, which is quite large, however is smaller compared to the S21, which featured a 4000 milliamp hour battery. Now, I am really interested to see how this will hold up day to day. Of course, the newer processor combined with the variable refresh rate of the display will make the phone more power efficient, but still I am very curious to see how this will perform in your day-to-day use. Now, compared to the larger S22 Plus, the differences are relatively slim. So of course the Plus model will have a larger screen going from 6.1 inches up to 6.6 inches, and will also allow for even faster charging. So the S22 I have here will charge at 25 watts, whereas the S22 Plus can charge up to 45 watts. And then perhaps more importantly, the S22 Plus does feature a larger battery. So instead of a 3700 milliamp hour battery like we get on the S22, we do get a 4500 milliamp hour battery. Now, of course, the screen too will be larger, so we can't say exactly how much of an impact this will have on the performance, but it will still be interesting to see. And then in terms of the price difference, we're comparing $799 for the S22 compared to $999 on the S22 Plus. I absolutely cannot wait to set up this phone and start using it as my main device to give you all of my full thoughts in my upcoming review. Be sure to let me know in the comments if there's anything in particular that you'd like me to touch on, or if there's any comparisons you'd like me to make. I am really excited to check out the best of the best of what Android has to offer. If you're interested, I'll be sure to leave all the purchase links down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for much more content on the S22 coming very soon. Thanks for watching and take care.